Well, hey there, folks. I'm out here in the garage with my new to me 2008 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited. And yeah, it's dirty. I got to wash it. But I should have done a before and an after. But these are the old decals here. These ones went here. They said Wrangler Unlimited. And then up here, they had the Rubicon. Someone had removed the original one. Didn't do a very good job. Left a lot of glue and debris on there, and put a new set on there. The new set, they did a real shitty job putting it on. So it's got the Harbor Freight heat gun there, and they were new enough. You heat them up, they peeled right off. No problem there. These ones here, though, they were a different story. They were a real pain in the butt to get off. So as you can see, they're a lot longer than they normally are. I heated them up real good and just got the corner started with the old plastic spatula and peeled them off. They did leave a lot of glue on there, and the glue was really, you can see how shiny it is, because I had to polish the hell out of it to get it off. But yeah, so I just, like my sandals, so I just kept heating up the glue with the heat gun on low, just working it, using the spatula to scrape, using some WD-40 with the microfiber towel there. I just kept working it. I couldn't get it all off. Got most of it off. And then I picked this little thing up here, this little polishing kit. Came with 3 different grits and a little chuck and everything there, Velcro to stick it on. I picked it up at Harbor Freight. And I originally picked it up to polish some headlights. No. You know what? I picked it up to get some water spots off some windows on a vehicle where the hard water had hit it. But anyway, never got around to using it, and I figured, let's use it for this. I had to work it and work it and work it. I didn't want to use any real hard, tough cutting compound, so I just use this Mother's. It's a wax, but it has a cleaner in it too, so it has a little bit of abrasive in it. And just kept working it, and I got it all off of there. You can't even tell where it was. Now the Rubicon up here, you can just barely, it might not pick up on the camera. I got almost, all traces of it off. And it's been on there for, that's 8, 9, 10. Yeah, how old is this thing? 2000. Oh yeah, no longer. What am I thinking? Like 14 years. So I got some new ones on order. I'm just gonna do the original font, the original silver, everything, the original size. I was gonna do like an American flag Rubicon one, but my wife's actually took some interest in this vehicle, and I don't know if you can tell. It's a metallic blue. Probably doesn't pick up too well on here, but it really shines in the sun. It looks real good. So she liked the silver. That's what came on there. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna do this silver and that silver, just like it was from the factory. Let me show you the other side. So I did the same thing on this side. I've pressure washed the engine and the chassis and everything today, so I've got water spots on it. I'll take care of that tomorrow. But you can see there's no remnants of it. I got that Wrangler Unlimited totally off of there. And also up here on the hood, there's no remnants of that Rubicon. So it's going to be a blank slate for the new decals that'll be coming. So that's something I've done to it. Well, I'll go ahead and show you a shot of it. I got it in the garage. Like I say, this paint doesn't pop in here, but you put it outside, it's a really nice color. So I haven't cleaned the exterior of it. I haven't done anything to it yet. I did clean the interior. I started at 10 o'clock this morning, and I didn't get done till about probably 7 o'clock at night. I called it quits. I cleaned all the interior, all the seats with my trusty had this thing for years, man. This thing really works good. Just use some Zep carpet cleaner. You know, you dilute it, put hot water in here. You know, it's got the hose there. And I went ahead and diluted in a spray bottle first, and I soaked all the seats down, scrubbed them. Probably used about eight terry cloth towels on them. That took a lot of dirt out. And then I went back with this and just went crazy on it, cleaned it up real good. The Jeep, the inside was dirty, and the wife was like, you know, it's really bad. And I was like, don't worry, I know I can bring this back. You know, I saw what was under all the dirt and filth for sure. But yeah, here's a look at it. If any of you guys want to see it, it's a 2008 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited 4-door. I've always wanted a 4-door, and you know, it's a Rubicon, so it's got the locking front and rear diffs, the sway bar disconnects, got all that stuff from the factory. As you can tell, someone's put a pretty big lift on it there. I'm not sure if it's like a 3.5 or a 4-inch lift. I'm gonna have to do some more research because, of course, you know, you can't ever get part numbers off of the stuff and figure it out. But it's got 35-inch tires on it. It's got 315/70 17s, which, you know, turn out to be a 35 by 1250 by 17. You know, if any of you guys have one of these with, like I say, it's kind of hard because I think it's either a 3.5 or a 4-inch lift. I'm guessing it's probably a 3.5. It's not that old of a lift. I looked at it. It's all done right. You know, it looks pretty good. But, you know, it's got these damn big-ass tires on it. And, you know, of course, these wheels are later model wheels. I think they were on the, I don't know when they started using these, maybe 13 or something. I'm really not sure. So these wheels obviously came off of a newer JK. They're not the JL wheels. They're still the JK wheels. But, man, those tires are just so expensive. You know, for a set of, well, all Discount Tire has in stock. I mean, they've got like 40 different tires in this size to choose from, but they're all on back order or they can't get them at all. You know, this whole BS that's going on with getting stuff in the world. The only ones they have in stock are the, I think they're the BFG KO2s. And 4 of those, mounted, balanced, with the certificates, because I always buy those from Discount Tire. You know, if anything happens, you get a new tire for free, no questions asked. Labor, taxes, everything else. It's $2,000 out the door. And, man, that's just a lot of money. I know I can order a cheaper set for like $1,200 off eBay or something, but then I still have to get them mounted and balanced, and then if there's something wrong, you know, I can't go to a store. That's why I like Discount. It's worth it to spend the extra money. I've been shopping with them for like 25 years. I always get the certificates, but I do want to put new tires on here. And the dilemma I'm having is, like I say, these are a 315/70/17. So basically a 35 1250/17. I'm wondering if I can get away with putting a 285/70/17 on here, which basically comes out to a 33 1050 by 17 tire. It's basically 2 inches smaller in diameter, and you know, about an inch and a half or maybe 2 inches narrower. What do you guys think? I've been Googling it and looking it up everywhere. I'm not sure if it has a 3.5 or a 4. It might even have a 3. I think it's got a 4-inch lift. I'm not sure. I'm going to show you guys this so you can see what you think. You can see how, like I say, this is a 35-inch tire. To see how far away it is from, you know, got a lot of space there in the wheel well. I'm just afraid if I go with a 33, it's going to look funny. The only reason I want to do that is I can get a brand new set of takeoffs, you know, off a 2022 JL, and they come with BFGs. They're a 285, 70, 17, and just throw them right on here. All I have to do is use these lug nuts. But, you know, probably get that, everything said and done, for like $1,000. But, just don't know if it's going to look funny. You guys let me know what you think. I mean, you can see it's got a pretty, you know, pretty good lift on it, considering it's got 35s on it now, I'd say. I just don't know how much of a lift, like I say. Anyways, it's dirty. I'll clean it tomorrow. Let me show you guys the inside. Got her cleaned up pretty good in here. Finally, I got a vehicle that doesn't have a freaking tan interior. I absolutely hate tan interiors. Don't get me wrong, it worked in the last Jeep, the 1997 Jeep TJ Sahara. That worked. That tan interior was actually nice. I liked it. But like in the F-150, I don't like the tan interior. I've always liked like a graphite, a gray and black, and this has it. Anyways, show you the inside. I cleaned it up real well. Cleaned all the seats real well. Have to get a dash or a steering wheel cover for the steering wheel there. But I got cleaned up real well. It's got a real nice Pioneer, you know, touch screen in there, and it sounds great. It's got the factory. I think it's an Infinity subwoofer in it. And of course, like I say, it's got the, you know, lockers and sway bar disconnect. It's an automatic. I don't have to, you know, shift the transmission anymore. I know it's, you know, hard off road. You know, it heats up the transmission when you're just, you know, climbing a hill slow, and that torque converter's making heat, but it's obviously set up for it. It's a Rubicon, so I think that's a nice feature there. It's got the, you know, factory tweeters in the dash. They all work. They sound real good. But you know, it's got the speakers and everything up there. I'm sure all that's factory in this. You know, carpet's perfect. It actually had the factory floor mats, which are filthy, which are down there. And then it had these Quadratechs on top of it. That's just for me and my dirty shoes. But yeah, it's, I mean, man, the carpets are just perfect in this. Thank goodness. No tears, no nothing. Boy, and here's what I always wanted, a Jeep with a back seat. You know, for as, I know it's a four-door, but it's still a pretty, you know, short wheelbase vehicle. And it's got a good amount of room in here. I was actually really surprised. It's got a good amount of leg room. But you can see the seats cleaned up real nice in here. And not only that, unlike the YJ or the TJ I had previously, it actually has room behind the back seat. Like a good amount of room. Yeah, I've got my radio running. I'm listening to Coast to Coast AM. It's nighttime. But I mean, it's got a good, I mean, it's got, I would say, almost as much room as the Expedition in the back, with the third row seat removed, of course, which I keep it removed. But I mean, it's got a good amount of storage in here. I was pleasantly surprised. It's got the Quadratech mats in here too. These are basically the the other ones I put in the TJ. The best top. And I didn't know. You buy the best top, you pay a lot of money. You buy the Quadratech, you get them for like half the price, and they're the exact same thing. But anyway, it's got the factory Infinity sub in there. It sounds great. The whole stereo system sounds real good in here. So there's a, you know, look at the back here. It does have the factory bumper on the back. It does have a, you know, custom bumper on the front. Now, one thing I have noticed is, you know, having a 89 Jeep Wrangler YJ with a 4.2 liter carbureted inline six, and then having a 97 Jeep TJ with a 4.0 fuel injected inline six. Neither one of them were very fast, but that inline six engine makes torque just off idle. You get all your torque like off idle to like 2,000 RPM. That's all the torque you could ever possibly want. And they were both manual transmissions. They were both 5 speeds. The AX15 transmission. So I never had one of those with I guess they only offered a 3-speed automatic at the time. But they were both manual, so it's kind of hard to compare that to this automatic. But that engine, those engines made torque like right now. Like I say, they weren't fast, but they made torque right now. This one, I can tell, this V6 in here, you definitely have to get the RPMs up to, make the torque. And I've heard even like the brand new JLs with the, V6 in it, it's the same way. I don't know, you wouldn't have think that they would have put an engine like that in a off-road 4-wheel drive vehicle. You would have think they would have went up the torque lower. I think that new engine makes torque like its peak torque like well after 5,000 RPM. But that's what they use, so I guess they have a reasoning behind it. But on these big old tires, I'm assuming this probably has the stock gears in it, which would be 410s on the Rubicon of this year. I had no problem running 70 on the freeway. And, yeah. But I'd like to see Jeep, and I know they are coming out. Chrysler's going to be put it in everything across the board, I think, starting next year. They have a new 3.0 inline six. I believe it's a twin turbo or maybe a compound turbo. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be a 3-liter inline six. And I've read the specs on it. I think the normal version makes like 300 and something horsepower. And I think the high output version makes like around 500 horsepower or maybe more. So it's going to be pretty potent. So anyways, things are updated a bit from both the other Jeeps, that's for sure. This one actually has power windows and power locks. Imagine that on a Jeep. So, yeah, that's a look at it, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about if I can put 33 3-inch tires on here. 33 by 1050. Just tell me if you think it'll look funny or not. Hey, here's the bumper on the front of here. It's a, what is it, XRC? I don't know. What is that, Rough Country? Or I'm not sure. But, I know everyone takes the factory bumpers off and puts these on there. I can drop a winch right in there. It's set up for it, and throw a light bar, a couple lights on there, whatever, like I had on the TJ. But I'm just not sure how I feel about that bumper. What do you guys think? I'm almost tempted to go pick up a factory JK bumper tomorrow. A guy's got one for $50, a factory one. It's got the factory lights in it. I'm driving fog lights. I'm thinking about maybe picking it up and putting it on here and see how I like it. What do you guys think? Yeah, this one, it's got the same headlights as the TJ had, the aftermarket LEDs, and it's got the aftermarket LED lights down there in the bumper. I don't know. I'm just not sure. Maybe it would look better if the winch was sitting in there, or it had a couple lights on the front. Maybe that's what it's missing. Maybe another little light bar like I had on the TJ. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Okay, and real quick, here's the other side. You get a view of it. It's really clean. I mean, it's dirty, but you know what I mean. The body's clean, the paint's clean. It just needs to be clean and detailed, washed. Alright, thanks for watching. Y'all be good out there. Catch you later.